do this, and you will always be in demand no matter what recession or what layoffs. Do you want to be a data scientist or an economist? Do you want to study economics or data science? Let's understand this with few conceptual ideas about these two separate fields and how they are different and how they come together. The rigor of data science is in mathematics and statistics. Obviously, it has been adapted for data scientists and data analysts. And when we're talking about mathematics and statistics, you cannot discount the use of coding. At every walk of your data science journey, you will have to do some kind of a coding. It could be very elementary coding with just one or two lines for commands. It could also be forming extensive functions and then calling those functions. And then on top of it, you can also have the use of classes. A skill which data scientists need to really be expert is in handling data. So when I say handling data, it means the file can come in any format, and you must know how to make it in such a way that you are able to look at the data and find out some kind of elementary insights without doing any kind of rigorous or extensive modeling. Just take the data, clean it or process it in such a way that you're able to work with it. And when you're a data scientist, you always have to worry about the business problem, about the business user, how your data science solution is going to help the business. And when you're thinking about these things, about optimizing your code, solving the business problem, the boundaries blur between software engineer and data scientist. If you're a data scientist, you will have a lot of members in your team who will be software engineers. Now let's come to economics. When you're studying economics or you want to become an economist, there is a lot of theory, there's a lot of rigor, there's a lot of talk of assumptions about what exactly is the state of the world and how do you want to model that state of the world. You have to go through a lot of abstractions, and then through the help of mathematics, statistics, and your economic principles, you find a kind of a solution. In data science, it's slightly different. The more you abstract, the more difficult it is to link it with the real world, and the more difficulty you will have in explaining your solution to the business user. Similar to data science, even in economics, you will have to have a lot of rigor in mathematics and statistics. Everything in economics needs to be actually proved. In data science, a lot of things could be just done with the help of showing you my accuracy, I'm showing you my charts. In data science, there are a lot of problems which are domain specific, sector specific. So you become an expert in those sectors if the need arises. But in economics, a lot of problems have an underlying theme of political science, behavioral sciences, psychology, history, anthropology, sociology. A lot of social sciences find representation in economics. Plus, there is a room for a lot of theoretical work in economics, and you will get satisfaction out of it. But in data science, you have to support your theory with empirical studies always. You cannot just do theory and theory in data science. You always have to show your theory through some empirical work. If you study to become a data scientist, or let's say you have an experience of being a data scientist, you will be sought after by consulting firms, by IT firms, or by any kind of a product firm who are trying to build a solution, who are trying to build a product which requires data insights, which requires a predictive model, which requires some kind of a recommendation engine. You get the drift. When you are reading economics or your experience in doing economics research, a lot of macro research firms like hedge funds, PE firm, VC firm, or simply risk consulting firms could go after you. You will be sought after. And if I go just up the value chain, if you are very good in economics, you have some kind of a advanced degree like a master's or a PhD with some amount of experience, you could work with central banks or big banks in their economic research teams, in their economist teams. In data science and in economics, there is a lot of mix that you work with data, you work with maths and statistics, but the moment you take the economics route, you go towards a research route, you go towards the R&D teams of banks, hedge funds, financial firms, and the moment you go the data science route, you go towards the IT firms, consulting firms, and product firms. And yes, this is just a rough idea. I have heard of economists working with product firms and data scientists working with hedge funds. It's not like that if I study economics, a lot of jobs will be closed for me, and if I study data data science, a lot of jobs will be closed for me. It's just that building your profile according to your interests, and ultimately 5 years down the line you never know what type of work you're doing, because super specialization is going to be the theme of the next 15-20 years. The moment you equip yourself with a lot of super specialized and highly specific knowledge about your field, you will be selling like hotcakes and go deep into the problem which you're solving, and you will always be in demand no matter what recession or what layoffs. Do this.